Alright, so George is in the Sigma G5 prototype.
It's not the Metalmoro.
We're doing a Metalmoro shootout. Josh is editing. Bro, if you don't put on some crumpet music, what are you doing? This is going in my video.
You got David here? That's a cool wing.
But
that's a cool wing.
It creates a bunch of drag. It's slow in a straight line.
Okay, so today we got Metalmoros, okay? So here's some backstory on these cars. They're obviously only Brazilian cars. They're the LMP1 version.
They are not. Don't call it an LMP.
They are the Brazilian LMP1s.
They are too damn slow.
They are the Brazilian LMP1s.
I heard P1 and thought, ooh, P1 Gen 1. Okay, P1 Gen 2. I think hybrids, so R18, 919. And then I see P1 Gen 1. And I think R10, R8, stuff like that. So when I come to the realization that we got Metalmoro, it's pretty bad. But shout out to Metal. It is funny for this because...
Let me give you the backstory on this real quick.
David
did not think that these cars were real at first.
Honda
and then he found out that they were
boy.
real.
Just
So my favorite one right here has a K24 in it. If you don't know what a K24 is, David will insert a clip of some big boosted K24 doing a burnout right now.
I suck at editing.
Insert sound now. Okay.
Insert badge.
Got it. So, what are we starting with today, David?
The plan is to... You take the Honda.
Yes!
I'll take the Judd. And
You'll take the Judd.
And we're gonna flip a coin.
Okay, so the Honda... Well, what's George taking then?
The Jannetta.
The real one? George gets the real one?
George is the real one. But we're just gonna have some fun today. But at the same time, naturally, I want to beat Josh and end up losing my second and a half. You know.
I don't need 5 laps to beat you.
Hell. Yeah, well, that's why I said I'm gonna want to beat Josh. But what's gonna be funny is it just depends on the car, because you know.
Honda wins everything.
The C8R, he did not do very good with it. Talk that shit.
You want to know how good I did in the CR? I did so good in the CR that I was tired of restarting the damn game because it kept crashing.
All right, 116.58.
Yeah.
Smash or trash?
What?
You like
the
this?
car?
Yeah.
It's slow. And it has a lot of turbo lag.
I think they're all gonna be slow. These are
nothing there. All right, so after the first 3 corners, what do you feel?
It's okay. It's a high rever, which is okay with me. That means it makes no torque down low. So
it doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound very good at all. Like for a V10, like you're supposed to scream.
It's only a 4-liter.
And you're taking it all the way to 10,000 RPM.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Radical.
Honestly, yeah.
And a Radical is just a 4-banger, if I'm not mistaken.
Depends which one.
I showed Aiden that movie, bro. She was dying, dude.
So, it's slow.
I automatically win.
It's slow. These are slow. I don't know if I want to do a 6-car shootout anymore.
So in comparison, I'm going to tell you, I think we're having a great time so far. I think that in comparison to what we were driving last week for you guys, even the Group C cars are just so much faster than this.
Jesus Christ.
They're so much faster.
It's gonna be a long video. They're so slow. They are so slow. It is not an LMP1. Keep recording. I need my rent.
It's an LMP1.
It's not an LMP1.
It's a Brazilian LMP1.
No, it's an LMP4. It's a P1 for Brazil. It's an LMP4. I don't know what it is. It does not belong.
So
you know that kid that's real good at sports? That's the Janetta. I know what a Janetta is. The Janetta was real good at sports, but then it went to some D1 athletes. These are D3 athletes. It sounds good though.
With that being said, we're going to turn the wheel over to our team racing driver.
He's the D1 athlete that got suspended from school, so he had to transfer to a D3 school.
Some say that our team racing driver has absolutely no experience driving at all.
Some would be correct.
We're going to find out. This car sounds great.
Cause it's real.
Shut up, bro. I thought he was going to go into the wall there, bro. Did you see that shit?
Yeah. It's fast. I gotta be honest. I can't wait for you to get it back.
Take it what?
The backyard.
Oh, me too.
I'm gonna be playing with my work.
Yeah, that's going to be great for him.
I'm gonna tire him out every time.
Just wait until I get my second dog. Or my kid. Then you can be Uncle David. I have an Uncle David. Oh my God! Ain't it?
How's it feel to drive a real LMP car? The bits when you're not crashing.
So, ladies and gents, our team racing driver, after he did his couple laps, he did get within a second of our times, and that's all the time that me and David have on the rig. You know, what matters the most is seat time, right? George has not gotten a lot of seat time. So, George, how did the Janetta feel to you in comparison to the Sigma?
A lot better. I mean, it's a lot faster.
That's not saying much. The Sigma's slow.
I mean, the Janetta is a lot faster, even though, as David says, it's not saying much because the Sigma's slow. But it has a ton of grip. It puts down the power very, very well.
Big simple V8.
Yeah, it's just a simple V8, and yeah, I mean, I feel like it's balanced very well. There isn't too much understeer or oversteer.
So let me ask you this: as somebody that's new to it, what do you think about running with no assist?
I think it's a pretty simple car to kind of get used to.
No, I'm saying
with no assists.
Yeah. He just is like in what you've driven before. So GT3 with ABS, everything like that. How do you think this car fares in no assists? You getting used to no ABS, you getting used to no traction, stuff like that.
It's definitely good. You don't really feel that it doesn't have traction control. Because, like I said, it puts down the power very well, especially when you modulate the throttle correctly. And then with the ABS, as long as you're braking hard enough, but also slowly letting off, there's really no lockup either. So, it all in all, it just feels like a very balanced car.
Nice.
I like it.
I actually really like that V10.
Really?
Because it was decent. It didn't want to kill me down low, and it had that NA nature to it. This is it's an LS3.
And this one, the last time I drove it, actually, it sounds good too, if I remember correctly. Which it's an LS3. So
I have never driven this.
So here we go.
Okay, so this only revs to 6250, I'm gonna say. So it feels a whole lot quicker. It feels way
Oh
faster.
yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell already. It's faster.
Yeah, it looks like it's almost like the Janetta.
It's much faster. Look. Look at you going up the
This is
hill,
still a
dude.
Gen 1, right?
Yeah, it's much faster.
These are all the Metalmoros in today's video are Gen 1s.
Hey, you got the warranty on the husks too. There's still a warranty on them, I think, for another year. And even if it's not for another year, you can just contact Husk, and I'm sure they'll sell you whatever for like $5. Bro, you're already at your. You're already. Yeah, it's faster. Yeah, look at that. Look at the torque coming out of the turn. Look at the torque, man. LS or bust, baby.
I think it's awesome that these cars exist. And what I like is the tuner nature of
Deep stuff.
well,
That's
even,
like us.
even like the Honda though, you know, like
What engine do we want? Why don't we put a K series in it?
yeah, like
I agree.
why don't we make cheap horsepower?
I agree. I mean, they spent more time on the aero of the car than the engine.
Racing team on a budget.
True. True. Oh yeah, dude. What did you lay down in the V10? A 117, didn't you?
Yeah.
So maybe the V10 isn't that slow.
I think it's the lower red line that makes this look like it's faster. But they're really close together.
Getting your workout in for the day?
Yeah. But you know what that V10 reminds me of though, right?
What's that?
You've seen the FD, or not FD, the Mark V with the
With
Judd,
the V10?
the Judd V10.
Yeah.
I think it's the same V10.
Oh, really? I didn't think about that.
Why wouldn't it be? They're both Judds.
True.
So what are we driving?
So this is the Nissan. It has a 3.5 liter. We're not sure. We think it's a VQ motor.
It just says 3.5.
It just says
turbo.
3.5 turbo. So we're thinking it's a VQ motor with a turbo on it. Now it could also be. No, the GTR motor isn't a 3.5, is it?
No, it's a 3.8.
It's a 3.8. So this has to be a VQ. Holy shit.
I actually think it's cool that they do this though. Because you gotta remember, they're designed for smaller tracks.
This car is very unruly.
This is it's very turbocharged. I just heard it when you downshift it, isn't it?
Still has the same turbo lag, I feel like, though.
He is not smiling, guys. Whose idea was this?
This car is weird.
Well, they're all weird.
Yeah, but at least the Honda.
Just for shits and giggles, we're gonna drive the DPI after this.
Yeah, just to see what our lap times are.
What a real Le Mans prototype is.
Now, compared to the Honda, I definitely have more going up the hill. But look at that. I'm not even on throttle like that much. Obviously, I was on throttle, but I wasn't on that much. And it just fucking wants to kill me for some reason. And I'm not really sure why.
16.6.
All right, y'all. So just real quick, we wanted to put ourselves in the DPI car,
A real prototype.
just to see what our lap times would be with the DPI car. Now,
So to clarify, DPI are basically in-house exterior LMP2s with unique engines.
we're not saying it's going to be heaps and bounds faster,
It's going to be heaps and bounds faster.
but it might
That's-
be heaps and bounds faster.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to know something hilarious?
Instantly, you can tell it's better.
I'm thinking the car's going to kick out on me on T1, and it didn't. Also, the turn-in feels way more. Feels like I have way more give on the turn-in.
So let me clarify. I got no real beef with Metalmoros, but
We think that they're cool cars in the end of the day.
it's just funny that I saw P1, Gen 1 and Gen 2 and clicked on it and saw Metalmoro and I was like, well, what the hell is that? So that's kind of where this whole video came from. But DPIs, again, they're basically like, okay, Cadillac engineers. Make it look like a Cadillac, put what engine you want in there.
Yeah, it's a Cadillac motor, right?
Yep, 5.5. Basically the same engine as what's in the GTP car now. How's it feel?
Heaps and bounds better. I just gotta get used to it. So to close out, these are Brazilian Group 1 cars. So with that being said, the K20 was turbo laggy and slow. The Chevy was probably the faster feeling one out of all of them. The V10 competes with the Chevy. It was alright.
I like the V10.
V10, yeah.
If I drove one, it would be that.
The Nissan wanted to kill me, but I did set a pretty fast lap with it. And then in comparison, George drove the Ginetta, which he actually liked. And then you also drove the Sigma,
P1 G5, baby.
which around Laguna Seca actually felt okay.
Yeah, it felt really good. It was slow.
It's slow. They're all slow.
It kind of had this feeling of, in certain corners, it wanted to get away from you. Especially if you got on the throttle too early into the turn.
6.9.
To break-
being professional.
To break it down, guys, they're slow. I drove the DPI car around Laguna for one lap, and I wasn't pushing, and I got 15, like right off the bat. 15.
We were doing like high 16s.
High 16s, 17s, high 16s into the 17s, and my first lap I got a 15. So if that doesn't tell you how slow these cars are, I don't know what will.
The question is, would you buy the Metalmoro pack?
There's a Metalmoro pack coming out?
In rFactor 2, there's a Metalmoro pack.
No. Nope.
Obviously, we just had some fun tonight.
Yeah, we did. It was a good time. I think it was a fun time.
I wish more sims had the DPI cars. So what they are is actually P2s with manufacturer engines instead of a spec engine.
Even more sims having the GTP cars.
Well, I mean, GTP would be ideal.
Only one sim has GTP cars.
I reckon.
That's it.
But if we could get the DPI cars on a more consistent basis, that could perfectly fill that void between to make multi-class racing. Right?
I agree. For the third time.
Before
Battery died. SD card gone.
Before something else happens, sim racing is fun, but don't take it too seriously every time. This was one of those videos we just had some fun because
We always take it seriously.
No.
At the end of the day, what David was saying is that more games need DPI cars. We want DPI cars. We want GTP cars. Hopefully, the new Le Mans game, the WEC game, gives us exactly what we want. It's built on the rFactor 2 engine, so the tire model will be great. Hopefully will have all the cars, including the old Group C cars that we want. Because I did see a render for the 962 on there.
I'm not gonna hold my breath on them going too far back, but I think the most important thing is gonna be give me all the modern GTE aero regulation cars. Give me
and multi-class.
Well, if it's Le Mans, you have
too.
to do.
I want multi-class.
I just hope that one of the bigger things I hope it's not a big money pit. Like,
well, I bet
It's gonna be because Le Mans is
no. I'm
like
saying,
iRacing.
yeah, like iRacing.
I don't think it's gonna be like
rFactor.
well, it's by the rFactor crew, but it's focused on a specific championship.
Right. So I don't think it's gonna be quite like iRacing, but who knows? The packs might be just like rFactor 2. Who knows?
I got the Cadillac DPI car on this card from the 2020 event. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. We're gonna watch this F1 race at Vegas, which is a totally
disaster.
That's a whole conversation. We actually do for another podcast episode.
That'd be a really good episode.
We waited for the season to wrap up.
Before we do like an entire 2020.
And then we need to watch Gran Turismo and refresh on all the car movies.
It's so good.
No spoilers, but within the first 10 laps, there's already been 2 safety cars.
Gran Turismo is really good.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Comment your favorite real LMP1, not a Metalmoro, a Le Mans prototype. Comment your favorite one.
If you do comment a
Metalmoro Honda,
I promise you that I will thumbs up it.
LMP 900.
So all you guys go down below.
TS020.
Comment.
Bentley Speed 8.
Comment.
R15 TDI Plus.
Metalmoro Judd. Metalmoro Chevy.
Peugeot 908 TDI. Peugeot 908.
Hot take.
HDI.
Hot take.
Janetta.
Hot take.
Janetta's a real
hot
prototype.
take on the Peugeot.
Oh.
Look at the way he looked at me. Apex out.